And a good Tuesday morning. It is April 7th, 2020. I'm Jim with your morning cup of cyber. Continuing on with the talks on Security Plus. So today we're going to keep talking about threat actors. And today specifically we're going to talk about the attributes of threat actors, or why threat actors are successful or not successful. What gives them that ability. So join us after the brief intro and we'll jump into Security Plus and even talk about what day today is. So today our illy coffee is in a Montana cup as we celebrate No Housework Day. This is national, international, global, galaxy, universe-wide No Housework Day. Don't go out there and do any housework today. Take the day off, especially those folks that are doing so much staying at home, protecting everyone from this pandemic we're under. This is the day to take a break from it. So that being said, we are continuing on talking about our Security Plus, or Security Plus in April, trying to push through this. I know we got a ton to go through, so let's keep going on, and we're going to talk about the threat actor types and attributes. And really, we're talking about the attributes of a threat actor. We're talking about what is it that they do that would make them successful. What are the things that would make them more successful than another threat actor? So let's look at some of the things that would differentiate these threat actors. So if we're looking at these different types of actors, let's look at the first thing. One of the first facets is the attacker an internal or an external person? So, right, if they're on the inside of our network, they're an internal attacker. That means they are trusted. So these are trusted insiders. Sometimes they're disgruntled employees, but in any means, they have physical or logical access to our network. They have the ability to be on our network. They're authorized to be there. So they obviously can do more harm because from the get-go, from the starting point, they have access. They're supposed to be there. It's going to be less likely that someone identifies them as hostile or they show up in logs and cause any questions to come up because they're supposed to be there, right? They have authorized access to information systems. They have authorized access to the physical location that your organization is in. So internal attackers obviously have a head start. They're already supposed to be there. They already have access. So external actors are coming from outside the organization and do not have authorized access to the organization systems, the organization data, the physical resources, or the physical spaces. So right at the get-go, the external attacker is going to be a little less advantaged, right? Doesn't mean they're not going to be successful. It just means that if you're internal, you have a little advantage over an external attacker, right? So that's one facet. Another facet is the level of sophistication. How technically sophisticated is the attacker? So this is an important factor in determining how successful the threat actor is going to be, right? Highly sophisticated threat actors are likely to be more successful if their attack is launched. That means they have more technical skill, they have more technical sophistication, they're more sophisticated maybe in their social engineering. They're just more sophisticated. So less sophisticated attackers less sophisticated attackers have a lower probability of an attack being successful should it be launched. And that just makes sense. We have more skills, more sophistication. That means we're more likely to be successful. Resources and funding. This is important as well. How much money or how much equipment, how much software as an attacker do we have, right? So some attacks are going to require specialized equipment. They're going to require certain hardware and software combinations to be effective, right? So we think about this, it wouldn't be easy to launch a wireless attack if you had no access to a wireless laptop or a wireless device that can attack that network. So it even goes on further if we talk about more sophisticated types of attacks, more sophisticated attacks against an organization. So we may need more sophisticated equipment. We may need more sophisticated software, which it means it's more expensive. We need more resources and funding, whether that comes in cash or whether that comes in the actual equipment itself or the software itself. It's also important that, how do these attackers pay their bills? How do they buy food? How do they pay their rent? Um, that type of resourcing is important as well. Who is paying for them to take care of themselves while they're preparing for and conducting the launch? So resources and funding don't only, where's the money and where's the hardware? Where's the resources coming from that are going to be used by the attacker, right? This threat threat that's coming at us, this malicious attacker, right? And then intent and motivation, right? How motivated is the attacker to attack your organization? So this is an important factor in the successful attacker. Generally is going to be more motivated than the unmotivated attacker, right? The unmotivated attacker may never even launch the attack to start with, right? Highly motivated attacker is going to be more likely to actually launch the attack, to prepare for the attack, to do the reconnaissance and everything to make the attack happen. If they're less likely, they may prepare for the attack but never actually launch it. So the intent and motivation can be tied to their political or the ideological or personal goals of the attacker. Why is the attacker trying to attack your organization to start with? This type of motivation may be really important in the attack actually taking place, right? So if they are not motivated, they may talk about attacking an organization. They may even prepare for it, but they may never go through with it, right? If you're motivated by political or ideological or personal, high personal reasons, that motivation is going to go a long way. So that's going to be why you attack an organization. So yesterday we talked about the different types of attackers. So now we take that a little further. We take those types of attackers and we can place them against these different attributes, right? So if we're talking about an advanced persistent threat, like we talked about yesterday, an APT, a nation state coming at us, they're going to be well funded, right? They're going to be motivated. They're going to be skilled. They're going to have those levels of sophistication. They are going to have those levels of sophistication. So if we put it all together, right, we can look at these things and we're going to say the chance of success or the risk to the organization, if we're looking at this from a risk-based approach, right? So what's our access level, right? Are we internal or external? What's our level of sophistication? How technologically sophisticated are we? What resourcing do we have? And what level of motivation do we have? We add those all up. We come up with the cumulative sum of that, and that's our chance of success. And for the organization, when we're looking at a threat actor, right, we're looking at maybe a nation state, how much access do they have? What's their level of sophistication? Man, I can't say sophistication. When we're looking at these threat actors, what is their level of access? What's their level of sophistication? What's their resourcing and motivation? When we add that all up, we can determine the chance of success that threat actor is going to have. So if we can look at all the threats that are coming at our organization, we can determine this. And that's why it's important to know not only the types of threat actors, but also the attributes that each of those have. So as always, I'm Jim. I'm going to give you the speech we always give you on YouTube. Like, subscribe, comment below. The comment's important to me. I really want to hear what you guys have to say. Hit the bell to be notified. And we will see you next time. Be safe out there. I'd be remiss if I didn't say, if you want more information in Security Plus, if you're going to take this exam, we're going to have the course available soon. Stay with us through April. We're going through every topic. We're going through every subtopic, but we're going to go deeper in depth on the website. So it should be up and there. First, we want to make sure that we have a good first module so we can drip this out so you can follow along with the modules. Either Wednesday or Friday this week, we're going to get the Cyber Insider up, and we're going to have a block of time that we're going to talk about all the videos that have come out since the beginning of April, actually the last day of March till now. and we are going to go further in depth into talking through that. So Mako, Emily, Jimmy, and I will all be together. We may even set up a WebEx and invite some of you, and just let us know. Throw a comment in the comment below if you'd like to be invited to the WebEx either Wednesday or Friday when we talk about all of the videos that we came up to this point. So as always, I'm gonna actually sign off now. Thank you for joining me this morning. If you're on the line, I do appreciate getting up early. Hopefully you have your warm beverage of choice. Mine is that, of course, cup of illy coffee. Be safe out there, and we will see you next time.